My name's Hilary Lee, and I work for Community Bank. I am the Assistant IT Manager for our Technology Support Department. We service about 3,500 employees globally through mostly New York State, Vermont, and then upstate or northern PA. Mostly with our technology support departments, we use the ServiceDesk Plus, Mobile Device Manager Plus, and more recently we use the AD Manager Plus as well. And we also currently deploy the self-service throughout our company as well for the end users to be able to self-service their passwords and accounts. Since I've been with the company, it's been about 10 years, and we've been using ServiceDesk Plus since I started day one. And we've been slowly integrating some different products throughout. Most of the ones that are newer to us are the Mobile Device Manager, which has been about 4 or 5 years. AD Manager Plus has been about 2, I'd say, along with the self-service. So for ServiceDesk Plus, before when our company was much smaller, I was part of a sister company that integrated with Community Bank. We were much smaller, and a lot of the tickets that came in were just emails to the IT staff. So we really needed a product that was going to be more manageable for the influx of support. And that's when my supervisor had stumbled upon ManageEngine, the ServiceDesk Plus, and there was the free version. And we've just kind of really grown it from there. So we were really happy right off the bat with what it was able to provide to us and easily integrate to the end users and make it easy for them as well. I definitely recommend the ManageEngine products. We actually, when we integrated our 2 IT departments, the other sister company that we integrated with was using a different ServiceDesk product. So just with the features that was lacking, we were able to kind of push them in the direction and show them what ServiceDesk Plus with the ManageEngine product could provide to them. And we've actually integrated the whole company to that product now. They're just really efficient. They're really easy to follow and learn. The online community support for any troubleshooting and things like that have been great. Any support that we need to reach out to has been phenomenal. And then really it's just, especially the cost, they're very cost efficient products for us. We also really like Mobile Device Manager Plus. We were using a previous product before, and a big challenge was for users that have their own devices, the BYOD devices, and they really didn't want to have a lot of management and things put onto their phone where they felt like they were being watched and anything like that. So it really gave us that flexibility to have different groupings where we could have certain policies pushed for the corporate devices versus the personal, and it made it really easy and fluid for all of our employees as well. Mobile Device Manager Plus, I think we've been using for about 4 or 5 years now. Honestly, one thing that was super huge for us was having the ability to remote control or remotely view the end user's device, because we would spend so long on a help desk call trying to walk somebody through the steps of go to your settings, tap here, and the OS on the phones were so different from the different versions that you're trying to Google, like, how do I get to this setting for this version of Android? And being able to remote to the device has just eliminated so much of that frustration. And our technicians, I know, definitely appreciate it, and it's cut down on our service calls a lot for those types of calls. With Mobile Device Manager Plus, some of the ones that we had looked at before for MDM management, they either were ones that you needed to meet a minimum in terms of number of employees or devices that you were managing, and at the time we were so small that it didn't make sense to do that, and it just really wasn't an option for us. Other ones, when we demoed them, it was just so complicated, the whole process to setting up the profiles and then getting it pushed out to the end users, and really just not being able to have the flexibility of BYOD devices and corporate devices in the same environment. That's really kind of what pushed us away from those and more towards the ManageEngine product. So the ones that we'd like to implement with those features are onboarding, a lot of the onboarding and automation, especially with some of that approval process as well, being able to set up requesters and having them submit those requests in there and doing the approval, where it's not just the technicians that have access, but it's actually HR or the managers that can access as well. We definitely want to streamline the process across the board. HR uses an application. There's some of the managers just submit tickets. So we definitely want to get it where it's integrated, where it's just in one place for everybody. ADSelfService Plus has been about 2 to 3 years, I think. Honestly, I'll say that ADSelfService, managing techs that are taking the help desk calls and the tickets, it has decreased the amount of tickets and the time that we've spent with just unlocking user passwords and resetting user passwords, where it's just that constant flow of that in the IT field is like, it's inevitable, and that's really cut down on that for us. So it's been really beneficial to free up the time of my technicians and also not take up too much time for the end users, where they can just they can do that on their own and not have to worry about bugging us or waiting to get their ticket or call answered. And it's just made a lot more efficiencies within the company itself.